Welcome, welcome. Today we're going to do something that is never before seen on camera. For the very first time, we're going to see a Dragonbane character rolled up. Let's go. Alright, so let's get into it. As you may or may not know, I did recently roll up Frostbite Bloodhunger. And you know what? I'm gonna roll up another character. I rolled this one off screen because it was a little, clunkier because I was kind of getting used to creating a character again. I knew there was something that was a little nuanced and I needed a refresher. And hopefully this will be a little less waffly. So let's get right into it. All right, here's my character sheet. For reference, I will put this over here for now. I do like the idea of having scrap paper because I'm going to say and do a lot of dumb things. Put our dice tray there because we're gonna try and make this as random as possible. So we have our little checklist here of things that we're gonna go over. So yeah, choose or roll your kin. That's a good place to start, and we're rolling a D12. Find our D12. I feel like the D12 must be out. I had to, here we go. D12, not human. It's human. I'll be honest with you. I'm going to re-roll stuff that's exactly, if it's exactly what I already have, I'm gonna redo it. I'm not playing another human. I'm not playing another human. 12. I'm not playing another wolfkin. 9. Dwarf. Now we are talking. All right. We're a dwarf. Apologize for any glare here. All right, next we're going to note our innate ability. Oh yes. So we go to the dwarf page, which is right here, and we are unforgiving. I really hope that doesn't shake the camera. All right, we have another decision to make. We have a name to roll. I love rolling. 3. Timolana. Okay. Alright. Not the dwarf name I would have thought of. Timolana. That kind of sounds female to me, but we'll see how this plays out. Alright. Back to our checklist here. Choose your role or profession. Dwarf, what is your profession? We're gonna roll, see where that takes us. It's a D10. Our fancy Dragonbane dice. That is another 9. Dwarf Scholar. This will likely be a solo character. Is that something that I want to do? A Dwarf Scholar. Other options that come to mind that would be good for solo, fighter, hunter, knight, mage. I'll give this 3 rolls. 5, knight. 2, bard. Okay. I think we're gonna be a knight. I think we're gonna be a knight. Write that down. Knight. Go to our knight. Dwarf knight would be pretty cool, I'm not gonna lie. Alright. Key attributes. And I'm gonna write this down. Skills. Beast lore. Hammers. Myths and legends. Performance. Persuasion. Riding. Spear swords. Heroic ability, guardian. Put this up here. Okay, we have more stuff to roll. We need a d6, 4. So for our gear, oh my goodness. I'm just gonna put 3 to 4 for gear. And I'll write down the important stuff, like flail, warhammer, it says small, okay, a small warhammer, shield, small. Chainmail, open helmet. Alright, our dwarf is going to be a beefy boy or girl. And then nickname, that is a 6. Morning cloak. Okay. Morning cloak. Pretty sweet, pretty sweet. Okay. Profession. Next we have our age, and we already have our name. So, I will say with this system, creating a character is actually very fluid in the book, and I love that. There are systems that don't do that. Also, it's important to note that I have all the normal like tabletop role-playing game background today to include things like She's the Man and Pitch Perfect. Yeah, thought you'd appreciate that. Friends as well, also very commonly in the background for tabletop backgrounds. Alright, back to it. Next, we are going to determine our age. Another d6. 6. We're old. I love that. I love that. Oh, man. Strength, agility, and con. -2. Intelligence and willpower +1. Is that everything? The only thing that's not is charisma. So, strength, agility, con, -2. That is very interesting. Okay, and now we are going to perform the sacred art of rolling stats. So, I believe it's 4, drop 1. Okay, yeah, roll 4d6 and remove the worst die. Here goes nothing. Alright, so we'll get rid of the 1. That gives us 7 plus 6 is 13. We're gonna do this 6 times. Oh. So drop one of these 3s. 7 plus 5, that is a 12. Drop the 1. That gives us another 12. Drop one of these 2s. 14. This is not looking good with those minuses. Drop the 1. Oh, a 9. Right? No, I am drunk. That is not a 9. That is a 13. Okay. Is this our last one? I think it is. All right, another 13. Yep. None of those rolls were really great. So this is gonna be interesting. All right, but we do get 6 plus 6 skills. I'm getting that all over here. And we do know that strength is important for our character. Movement for our dwarf is an 8. And yeah, now we're going to put these skills in places. This is gonna be kind of rough because none of... Yeah, this is gonna be insane. So we know strength is important for our character. So this will be our strength. Man, our attributes are gonna be rough. How important is agility for our character? I feel like a lot of skills are tied to agility. I think we'll be fine without it. Yeah. This will be interesting. I'm actually not really sure how this is going to work out. And that -2, I assume, happens before. This is my first time rolling up an old character, so that's kind of neat. So, strength, I think we're going to allow agility to be one of the low ones. And then we got, charisma, intelligence, willpower. I kind of want to, I don't think this is cheating in my opinion, but let's look at our character sheet really briefly to get an idea of like what are some things that we're going to care about. So like acrobatics and evade, like we can do without that. Something I am concerned about though is parry will be tied to your weapon, so we'll keep that to strength. I know we do well with spears and swords, those are both strength, so we're good there. I think we're going to want to be charismatic. I think we're going to want to be intelligent, and then willpower not really tied to any of these skills. I don't think it's a bad idea to take a look at that just to be sure we're not like screwing ourselves over. So I think charisma, we're going to make charisma good. Put charisma here. And what's so con. We don't want our con to be too bad. Ugh. Con. And then I guess the question is, what do we want to be higher, our intelligence or our willpower? Intelligence is going to be tied to a few skills. How much do I care about those skills? I don't think I care about them that much, to be perfectly honest. So I think we're going to take the higher willpower. This will be intelligence. And then we're going to -2 here, -2 here, -2 here, +1 here, +1 here. So that gives us our scores by the end of all of this. Willpower ends up being solid, strength takes a hit, and then we're going to see this is our base chance down here, and that's going to be like your mod. All right, so let's go left to right here. 6 for charisma. Agility is a 10, so that's a 5. 13 is a 6. 12 is a 5. 14 is a 6. And 11 is a 5. This might be the first character that I've rolled where I don't have any 14s to start, so that's unfortunate. That is unfortunate. So we know that we're going to have 6 trained skills. I know we have, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I get to pick 6 from here, and then I can pick an additional 6. It's also worth noting that our hit points is going to be equal to our constitution. That's going to be this number here. So we'll put hit points 11. And then same deal with willpower points. That's going to be equal to our will, which is 14. And then we do have our modifiers here for our agility. Our agility is there's no difference with our agility because it's a perfect 10, so it doesn't go any lower, thank God. So our movement can stay an 8. And then we'll double back to the skills in a moment. Now let's discover our weakness. We get to roll a d20. Let's go! 18. Overbearing. I always tell others what to do. That is really on the nose. Overbearing. That is us. Okay. And then we have our memento. Roll another d20. Another 18. Mother or father's ragged old hat. We'll say parents' ragged old hat. Encumbrance, okay, and then we have our appearance. 15. Honest blue eyes. I'm actually kind of liking this character. I wasn't sure where this would go, being like mostly rolled other than things that I just felt like would not work. And don't be shy about getting rid of stuff that you just think will not work. All right, so now I guess we can go to our check sheet or our checklist here and then compare it to our character sheet. Some things that we're missing, some things that maybe we didn't naturally do. So we have our derived ratings, we're gonna do our trained skills, we have our heroic ability, weakness we did, our gear was rolled, memento, and appearance. Okay, so we have to do our skills. And this, on the surface, might seem like an intimidating thing, but it actually is not. And then also to note, there is a roll in here for how much food and silver. So food, 2 food. That pesky D12 go. 8 silver. All right. I think that's all we need here. Okay. So we know our base chance, and then it also does mention that if it's a trained skill, you actually have twice the base chance. So all you're going to do is double it. And we know that this is our base mod right here. And then we're going to choose our first 6. So for this character, I believe we start with a hammer, so definitely hammer. I like to write them down and then circle them. Definitely persuasion. I think riding is actually going to be pretty important for a little knight dwarf. And if riding is important, then I think spears may also be important. So that is 4 of the 6. We have 2 different weapons, although I do like the idea of the sword. I think we will, especially being a dwarf, I like the hammer being the side thing there. So then we have performance, myths and legends, and beast lore. I think I need to go with myths and legends and performance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are our initial 6. Now, for our bonus 6. I'm looking at my character sheet. I think this is the best way to determine this, in my humble opinion. So, things that I think a knight would need. And I get to choose 6, so that's pretty cool. That's almost like too many. Especially considering if we don't... You know what? I like... Let's see where this takes us. I think that this is going to be a smart knight, especially with him or her being old. I think they're going to be well-traveled. They're going to be more than, which I guess is kind of what a knight is, right? They're more than just brute strength. So language, I think I'm gonna. We'll come back to healing. Bartering, I don't know about that. Bluffing, I don't know about that either. I'll come back to that. We did choose myths and legends. We did choose performance, persuasion, riding, seamanship. This is actually kind of tough. Spot hidden is always, even though I feel like every character has it, it's just so useful. Bartering. Now that I've seen, I really need some skills. I think I'm going to put healing in here too. That leaves us with 2 left. Do we want another weapon? Let's go with brawling. And last but certainly not least, let's go with... Do we want crafting? I really don't feel like bushcraft. Do we want to go with bluffing? I feel like bluffing could be interesting. Yeah, I am torn. I'm torn. Oh, ha! We need awareness. What are we doing? That's another one that like I feel like every character kind of needs. So we know looking at this that our doubles, I mean, we're just looking at 10s and 12s, right? So that's pretty easy. So when we fill this bad boy out, there are things that we are skilled in and there are things that we are not. So acrobatics being agility, not trained, that'll be a 5. Awareness, we are trained, and that's intel, that'll be a 12. Bartering, we decided we would be trained, and that's charisma, that'll be a 12. I guess I should just remember that the physical ones are the ones that are 5s. Is really just what it comes down to. So beast lore we did not go into. So that'll be a 6. Bluffing we did not go into. We wanted to go the noble route. So that'll be a 6. No bushcraft. We did not go with crafting. Did not go with evade. Healing we did. It's knowledge, so that's a high one. Hunting and fishing, nope. Languages, yes. Yes. And if this does seem like kind of intimidating at first and you're like, how are you doing this so fast? I'm starting to see the pattern, and basically anytime I see intelligence, it's just going to be the same score, right? Unless it's something that I did not put points into. So persuasion, yep, absolutely. Writing, yep. And because it's a physical one, I know it's lower for me, so that's going to be a 10. This character does not have great stats. So seamanship we did not go with. That'll be a 6. Sleight of hand, nope. That'll be a 5. Sneaking, 5. Spot hidden, yep. Swimming, nope. And that brings us to our skills on our weapon skills. So axes, that's going to be strength. And we did not go with that, so that'll be 5 because it's physical. All these will be physical. Bows, nope. Brawling, yes. These are all going to be 5s and 10s. 5, 10, 5. 5, 10, 5, and did we did not go with. I should have just known there would only be 3. Secondary skills would be for like your magic. And then our inventory is the stuff that we would put over there. Our damage bonus, that's going to be right here. If our strength or agility is below 12, which it in fact is, and I guess I probably should have just put these on my character sheet to be more clear. So we know that our charisma is 13. Agility is a 10. Intelligence is a 13. Strength is 12. Will 14. Con 11. We know that our movement is 8. Our encumbrance limit, we'll get back to that, but yeah, we're not getting any damage bonuses, unfortunately. That is very unfortunate. Of course, we can fill out all the stuff we just figured out up here. Put our name. I'm really just kind of going through the physical stuff. We decided that our silver, 8 silver, our 2 food we can put over here. Our willpower points is going to be 14. HP is 11. Oh man, it's unfortunate that I'm liking this character because I don't think they're going to do well. the main thing that I want to point out that I have not pointed out already is, so our abilities and spells. So we know that we are unforgiving. We know that we're guardian. If we're playing solo, if we're being honest, I'm probably going to go with the Army of One skill as my bonus. So I'm not even going to dive into the bonus skill. However, we will go take a look and see what those things are. And we need to take a look and see what our gear is like. And other than that, I think we finished our checklist. We got to choose our heroic ability, so we'll head right over there. But after gear, because gear is not next. So we go through the book a little bit, and they go through some rules, but this is what we wanted. So unforgiving is actually going to be detailed on the kin, so let's talk about that first. Unforgiving. For 3 willpower points, and I have 14 in total, you can activate the ability when attacking someone who harmed you in the past, at least 1 point of damage, and get a boon to that roll. It does not matter when the damage was inflicted. It may be wise to write down the name of everyone who harmed you so you do not forget them. I love that, and I love that because it is both thematic and mechanical in nature, fused. Love it. Love it. Guardian. So you need to have, oh man, that's interesting. That is, so let me know in the comments down below what you would do in this situation. Because our skills are so low, because we're old, axes, hammers, or swords, one of those have to be a 12. Ours are a 10. And it's possible that that'll go up in time. So my question to you, good folk in the audience, would you, and this comes with your class, would you make it so that that character can't use that ability until one of those is a 12, or would you kind of hand wave it because that kind of sucks that you're starting with something that you can't use and your skills are pretty rough? Me personally, I think I would hand wave it, especially playing solo. I would absolutely hand wave it because you need everything that you can get. So let's take a look at this skill. You do not hesitate to take a hit to protect your friends. If you and another player character are both within 2 meters, oh man, can be done out of, yeah. So this is, I don't know how much of a difference that'll actually make in solo play other than when you're playing with allies. And you would lose your Army of One ability. But most importantly, why we're here is we're going to choose another ability. So let's take a look at some things that just jump out to me with the character that we have. So assassin, backstabbing, no. Battle cry, maybe. Not berserker. So these defensive, but like you need a melee skill of 12. This is going to be rough. I don't think we're going to be able to do. Another good question for you. Would you hand wave? I feel like this I probably would not hand wave, and I'm not going to hand wave it here, which is going to make it so that I'm really limited to non-physical skills, which sucks because I want a physical skill. Yeah, this is going to be interesting. So if I did not have the limitations that I currently have, Dragon Slayer comes to mind. Defensive, no. Yeah, defensive comes to mind. Deflect arrow comes to mind. Shield block. What else? Robust, that's the one that I was more so thinking of whenever I saw defensive. But we might end up doing like musician or something. Can't do monster hunter. Nope, can't do veteran. Wow. So what are we limited to here? we are limited. We are quite limited. So, musician. Musician. Am I gonna become like a mage? I might. I honestly might do that. I might make this character like a mage knight. Other than that, we have intuition. This feels like the obvious choice. When faced with a difficult decision, you can activate this ability to ask a question directly to the GM and receive a helpful answer. The answer represents your vast general knowledge and should only aid your decision making, not reveal everything there is to know. But here's why I hate that. Because if I'm going to do this solo, what the hell? Like I'm gonna keep information from myself and then give it back. It's a weird dynamic that would have to be handled with oracles. And I would like to avoid that if I can. Other than that, I mean, Battle Cry is another one that helps your friends. Not really going to help in... I assume this character will be solo. I think I'm going to make a Knight Mage. So, the obvious question here... Spells need to be learned separately. For more information how it works, see page 61. We go to 61, and the reason why I want to take a look is I do not remember if armor affects magic in this system. Some spells have a prerequisite. Yeah, I am torn if this is a thing that I would change. But I think for simplicity's sake, and it does seem like there is not a limitation with armor. If I were to go down this route, because you got your animism, your elementalism, and your mentalism. I'm not sure which one of those I would choose. I think it would probably be elemental. For simplicity's sake, though, I think we're gonna go with intuition. So we'll go with intuition. That'll be the one that we select. And then let's go to our gear, because if I go down the magic rabbit hole, this video is going to double in its length. And it's already quite long, which I am becoming more open to, but not needlessly so. So armor rating 4 on the chainmail. We'd like to see that. Chainmail. This is a great character sheet. I love how everything is, it's laid out very well, because in addition to that, we have our Bane on evade and sneaking rolls, and you've got this little portion underneath that makes that very handy. And then we also have an open helmet that gives us a +1 armor rating, so total of 5 there. Bane on awareness. Oh man. If worn, of course. And then we also know that, so I mean, I guess we can have our unarmed, right? But before we do that, I want to dive into the hammer. What was the exact verbiage used? Flail/Warhammer small. I don't see that exact word used. Oh, here we go. Flail. Flail 1. Oh, 2d8. Hell yeah. Flail. Damage. 2d8. The strength requirement is a 13. Oh my god. Ah, what a mess. I'm looking for the durability. It has none. And then the features, toppling, no parry. Range, I mean, of course that's going to be melee range. So we had the flail, shield, chainmail, open helmet. We'll put fists as well. The shield, the small shield, would be used for parrying. So I suppose we will put this here. It's obvious. The damage, wow. D8 and its durability. The main thing I care about is a 15. It's bludgeoning, of course, and then fists. D6. No durability, of course. Range of... Oh, that's... yeah, whatever. Alright, so this is our finished character sheet, known as T-Domalana. T-Milana. T-Molana. Sure. What do you think? Pretty easy character creation for Dragonbane. And hope you enjoyed the vid. This has been Sacred with the Sacred Art of Gaming. Let me know in the comments down below if you would like to see this sweet little dwarf be exposed to the world of Dragonbane in a, I don't know, solo adventure more than likely. Is there anything that you wish I did instead, or different choices? Think of a better way of building the character? Let me know in the comments down below. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe if you're digging the content. This is Sacred with the Sacred Art of Gaming, signing out.